Going on, guys? Benny Townend here, first BFL on Okeechobee champion. Pretty much going to give you a run through of the day and how it started off. I was boat number 140. I had about 3 or 4 areas that I wanted to fish, so made the run down south. It's about a 10-mile run. Didn't take very long. Get down there, knowing that I was boat 140, that probably half the field so far has already ran down there. So running into my first area, I passed by my, one of my secondary spots and noticed there was no boats pulled on it yet. So turned around and swung in there real quick, seeing if maybe I could catch a few fish. Pull in there, my co-angler ends up catching, I think he caught 2 3-pounders or 2 2-pounders, whatever it was. And so I start chucking this big easy right here in Copperfield. Get a fish, blows it up, misses it. And on south end of Okeechobee, that happens all the time. Fish are on beds. They're not wanting to eat, just trying to scare fish off. So I reel that bait in. It's all messed up on the hook. I pitch this out there. It's a Gambler Why Not, Killer J. And I, on a 1/2 ounce, I pitch it into the hole, hop it once, leave a little bit of slack in the line. I know it's sitting right on the bed. And I lift up and she's tight walking off with it. Give her a second, set the hook. About 5-pounder comes straight to the boat. Throw that one in the well. A lot of weight off your shoulders when the first fish of the day is 5-pounder. So fish that area for about 20, 30 more minutes. It was a small area. I make a move closer to the lake. There's about, it was a parking lot out there, guys. So stayed there for about 30 minutes. Ended up filling out my limit. Caught 3 or I think four more fish, 2-pounders. So fish on Okeechobee either shut down, stay in an area, or they move out, chasing bait or whatever they want to do. So I make a move further down in the grass, and I start pick up this big easy again as a good search bait, just trying to see where some fish are, fishing in an area that I wasn't too familiar with, but been there once or twice. So start chucking this out there and throw it on a not on a cattail, but on a lily pad, reel it across. See a fish greyhounding from about 30 feet away and just crushes it. I reel that in about 3-pounder. I was like, these fish down here, with all these boats being here, these fish down here look like they haven't even seen a bait yet. So these fish had probably just moved off the lake up into the shallows trying to spawn or whatever they want to do. So I end up, make a pass through this area. It was only a few 100 yards long, nothing too crazy. End up catching 4 3 to 3.5-pounders. So now I'm got a decent limit, especially on a BFL. Catch 17, 18 pounds, you're going to be pretty happy. All you need then is just one big one. So make another pass through it. Don't catch but maybe 1 2.5-pounder, and then make one more pass through it. Don't catch nothing. So I know that being around them on the trolling motor too much probably shut them down a little bit. So I make a move, run back to where I caught the 5-pounder, end up catching 2 or 3 2-pounders, nothing crazy. And I tell my co-angler, I said, we have about an hour and a half left to fish. So we're gonna run back to where we caught them fish earlier. So we run back over there, and knowing I only need 1 or 2 big fish to have a chance, I pick up the Why Not again, and I just start going to all the scattered cattails. The key for me was the smaller stalks with the needle grass around it with a hole. Obviously with a hole, you look down there's a bed on the bottom of it, but the water was a little bit dirty, so I couldn't see that. So I was just guessing. So pitch up to one of the first cattail stalks that I come across, and thing goes to the bottom and lift up, and it's tight, just heavy steady weight. Set the hook, 4.5-pounder again, throw that one in the well, and then just bouncing over a couple more little scattered cattails, and there's another one that's set up just how I wanted to see it. Got the hole in the needle grass beside it. Pitch that in there, and I don't even think the bait, I think the fish seen it coming from the surface, and that thing maybe dropped an inch below the surface, and she just yanked on it. I pulled that fish, she came straight to the boat. I got to give a lot of credit to the rods I was using. It's a new series coming out by Heroic. I was using the 710, 1530. Pretty much designing these rods based off of the fishing that we do on Okeechobee. all, just it's pretty much it. You know, heavy rods, heavy line, trying to catch heavy fish. And that's pretty much it for the day. It was about 30 minutes before I had to weigh in. I had to be in at 4:15, and just, you know, made a nice run back, just cruising, knowing I had spare time. Didn't want to show up late and cost myself. And put them on the scales. They weighed out at 27 pounds, 9 ounces, and was enough to take first place.